Welcome to Hi-Fi of the Day, and today we will be covering the most important or the very important news of the day. So we have selected 5 topics and we'll be dealing with one question also, the current affairs drill of the day. Okay, so the first topic is related to Operation Kagar and India's Maoist eradication policy. What is Operation Kagar? Whenever there is any operation in news, we should understand how this can be asked and how this is going to help. So this important thing is that Operation Kagar is related to what? Maoist eradication policy. And now Telangana, it is launched in Telangana forest areas and joint operation will be conducted. And what is the aim? Aim is that flushing out extremists, securing tribal areas and then dismantling the Maoist network. So this is the aim. Okay. Now, what is MAHA's Ministry of Home Affairs Anti-Maoist Policy Highlight? So, this is led by Union Home Ministry, and these are the strategy. This is the way through which we will be dealing with the Maoist, which is what? Infrastructure development, skill education initiative, security operation, which is very important. Then surrender and rehabilitation policy. Not only, but we have to make them understand also that once they surrender, then we have to rehabilitate them. So this is also very important. UPSC relevance, if we see, then GS paper 3 to 4 and current affairs debates on anti-terror policy. So these are the important areas through which you can cover this news. Next news is related to Flipkart becoming, very important news, it becomes the first ever e-commerce platform, becomes the lending NBFC. It has got lending license and it is the first e-commerce platform. So this becomes important. Now one term comes related to this is NBFC, non-banking financial instruments, right? So what happens is this is NBFC. Okay, Flipkart has received a NBFC license. Okay, under which it will be doing what? It will be lending activities, but it cannot deposit the amount again. It is not. It will not be working as bank, but it can lend the money directly to customer with a platform. Okay, and RBI, it comes under the RBI. So this is why this topic is important. Okay, basic news are given that it will not cannot accept deposits like bank. It is not a bank, it is an NBFC, non-banking financial company. Okay, no, it will work under as an NBFC. Okay, now NBFC, what is NBFC? Is a financial institution regulated by RBI. So it offers loans, it offers credit, asset financing and investment. This is important for us. And why this topic is related to how it is related to the UPSC syllabus is that GS paper 3, economy, financial institution, fintech ecosystem, which is very much in news, right? And they are helping also people. Next is what? GS2 governance. So for governance, this becomes important. RBI regulatory role, digital economy. Then GS paper 3, startup and digital infrastructure development. Okay. Next is hate speech and legal framework under Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita. So this is a news. What is a hate speech? Do we have a universal definition of hate speech? So we do not have, right? So influencer gets interim bail in hate speech case. So this is in news that she was granted interim bail. Now what is hate speech? No proper definition is there, but one thing is mentioned as that, see, the term is often interpreted through different judicial pronouncement. Also, it is understood as a speech which incites violence, which incites hatred or discrimination against a group. So that can be termed as hate speech. Okay, and how the Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita deals with this is Section 153 punishes acts that promote enmity between group on grounds of religion, race, and language. So this comes under the hate speech. Section 295 deliberately done and malicious acts intended to outrage the feeling. Okay, outrage the religious feeling. Then section 354 addresses offensive content targeting women. Okay, so this is related to this hate speech. And how this topic is related to UPSC is that GS paper 2 Constitution Article 1 Article 19 freedom of speech and expression, and then reasonable restriction on free speech. Then GS paper 2 governance, regulation of digital media and public order. Then GS paper 4 ethics, how it is associated, balance between free expression and societal harmony. Okay, next is very important news. It is all over the newspaper that Modi, Prime Minister Modi has inaugurated Kashmir's first all-weather rail link with Delhi. Infrastructure, related to infrastructure, it becomes important. So this is first. That is the second important part. So it has been started. Now, Uddham Srinagar Baramulla rail link project is now fully operational and it is all weather. Remember, this word is important, rail connectivity, rail. Okay. Vande Bharat Express. And then Chenab Bridge is in news. It is world's highest railway arch bridge, and Anji Khad bridge is also in news. It is India's first cable stayed rail bridge. See the picture? This is the Anji Khad bridge, okay, and it is India's first cable stayed rail bridge. Chenab bridge, two iconic railway bridges were launched. So this is the Anji Khad, and this is the project that was launched by the Prime Minister. Gifts of railway projects worth about 44,000. So this is a new era of progress. Okay, how this is associated with UPSC syllabus is that GS paper 1, regional development, talks about regional development, then infrastructure in sensitive areas, Jammu Kashmir, right? Next is GS paper 2, governance, public infrastructure, connectivity, and GS paper 3, railways, engineering, infrastructure, economic development, economic impact, security issues also associated. How? The development in conflict prone regions and counter-insurgency support. So this is how it is related. Next is Kerala High Court directs government to disclose shipwreck detail. Why? Right to know. This was in news, right? It comes under which article? Fundamental right or not? You have to know these things, okay? People have the right to know. So right to know was in news. Please read about it very well. In mains, it can be asked. In prelims, it can be asked, okay? So High Court has asked. So key points are what? So there was a shipwreck, right? And people have the right to know the environmental damage done by the shipwreck, okay? Whatever happened and whatever impact has been associated with that incident, people have the right to know, okay? So court emphasized citizens' right to know about environmental hazards and what was the impact. Government is directed to submit information to the court by next week. So this is in news. Concern raised over potential ecological damage, okay? Okay, now what do we think? What do we know if issues involves potential plastic and hazardous material pollution in coastal waters? So spill was there, right, in the coastal waters. So we have to know this thing. Now, why this topic is important is GS paper 2 talks about transparency, right to information, judicial directive. Then 3, GS paper 3, environmental pollution, coastal ecosystem, disaster management. GS paper 4, ethics, public accountability, sustainable governance, and then current affairs. Now, this is the current affairs drill question of the day, and you have to write the answer in the comment section, and we'll be liking the right answers. So first question is Operation Kagar recently in news is associated with what? So simple kind of question UPSC also asked. So this is the brainstorming time, and please write the answer in the comment section. We'll meet you in the next live tomorrow, and take care.